Arsenio Hall said a great thing. He says, all right, Dana Plato's posing nude. Gary Coleman's suing his parents, and Todd Bridges is in jail. He says, I think Mr. Drummond messed up somewhere.
Chances are Mr. Drummond had little to do with the individual choices made by those three Hollywood child stars. Tonight, we take a close look at one of them. I'm Steve Avison.
And I'm Donna Hamilton. Dana Plato was talking to Ray Murray about how she's trying to change her image and about revitalizing her acting career.
For 8 seasons, Diff'rent Strokes was one of the hottest comedies on primetime television. Gary Coleman, Todd Bridges, and Dana Plato were on their way to successful Hollywood careers. In 1986, the show was canceled and the laughter ended. Todd has been charged with attempted murder. Gary is reportedly suing his parents. And in an effort to revitalize her career, Dana recently posed nude for Playboy.
It was very, very difficult because I had a problem with not wanting to step outside myself because I never really knew who I was in the first place. You know, so I was always lost within a character, always. Always had a character to hide behind, never knew Dana.
Your pictures came out lovely.
Thank you.
Although most of us remember her as Kimberly, Mr. Drummond's daughter on Diff'rent Strokes, her real name is Dana Plato, and she's the latest chapter in the rise and fall of child stars. She shot her first commercial at age 6, was earning over $100,000 a year at 16, and by the time she turned 20, Dana was married, pregnant, and out of work.
I don't know how to ask this question tactfully, but with all due respect, what happened to you when that show ended?
Yeah, gosh, nothing. I got blackballed because I got pregnant under contract. Yeah, yeah, and I'm still trying to prove, they're scared of me because they don't trust me. They don't know what I'm going to do. And it just doesn't make too much sense to me because I've never had a bad rap on the set. I've always been on time, never not shown up. So I don't know why I got such a bad rap, but I really, really do. And people are still scared of me. There are a lot of people who won't even see me.
According to Dana, she was forced to leave Diff'rent Strokes after the 7th season, and since then, very few people have been knocking on her door. Today, at the age of 24, she's separated from her husband and lives with her son Tyler in California. Her memories of the show are mainly happy ones, but her walk in the celebrity spotlight came with a price.
I think the biggest pressure is that you have no friends. You know, and the only thing people want from you is what they think they can get from you. And it's a real pressure when you lose your friends and you just don't know how to be. You can't be a kid.
Take a quick look inside the June issue of Playboy, and it's easy to see that Dana is no longer a little girl. Her decision to bear all for the magazine has created quite a stir, and the last thing you'd call her is modest.
You know, I'm more comfortable naked than I am like in an outfit I don't feel comfortable in. I've tried to wear something that isn't me. Yeah, I'd much rather just wear me.
Both of your Diff'rent Strokes co-stars have been in the news a lot lately.
What am I going to do with those kids? I just don't know. Todd's out there shooting people. Gary Coleman's suing his mom. I mean, really. They need to whoop him or something. I just don't know.
Some might say that a black cloud is hovering over the 3 young stars of Diff'rent Strokes. Gary Coleman's career is far from skyrocketing. Todd Bridges' drug problems have made headlines, and Dana has spent the past 4 years virtually unemployed. When they worked together, they were like a family, and Dana says there were early signs of things to come.
Todd is a very sensitive person. He's also a Gemini. And his Gemini, if you believe in signs, is his good is very good, and his bad is very bad. It's like he's got the devil and God in him. You know, and it does break out sometimes, and then intensify that with drugs, especially cocaine. That messes with your chemistry real bad. You see, he's a maniac. Raving maniac.
Have you spoken to Todd, and what does he say about all that's happened to him lately?
The cocaine would have killed him. I could see it. I felt it. Last time I hugged him, I like saw his death. You know, he was dying. And he knew something drastic had to happen. He knew it even. And he thinks it's a blessing in disguise.
Were you involved with drugs?
I drank. I was into drinking for a long time, and I drank heavily. I went through a program and everything. About 20.
Yeah.
21, yeah. Right now I'm 24, so I've been clean for a while.
In 14 fast years, Dana Plato went through the meat grinder known as Hollywood. Her story is just one small page in the triumphs and tragedies of Hollywood kids. For the moment, she's back in the spotlight, loving every minute of it. And believe it or not, ready to give it all one more try.
So I've been proving myself, though, paying my dues for the last few years. You know, going to interviews on time and letting them chew me up and spit me out and the whole thing with a good attitude, you know. So I should be getting some work pretty soon.
For a young woman, Dana Plato looks very, very tired. You know, I can imagine it must be difficult to make the transition from child star when you were hired just for being cute to adult actress. And perhaps sometimes you have to come to grips with the fact that maybe you're not a great actress, and perhaps that's the reason why you're not getting roles. Yet Dana Plato seems very determined to continue to be an actress. She does have a role in a feature film called Prime Suspect, which has yet to be released.